Hey everyone, Combo here, back with another Empires and Puzzles video, and today we have a new Hero of the Month, Akilius, in the game for the month of June 2025. I feel like almost every day or multiple times a day, I see in some of my line group chats somebody asking, is this hero worth leveling up? Especially for Heroes of the Month because they are so common to pull. They have a 1.3% chance to get pulled in every single one of the portals that you are going to pull from, except for like that silver or whatever they call it from the daily challenges and stuff like that. But any other portal that you have a chance to pull a legendary 5-star hero from, you can pull this hero Akilius, and you will have a 1.3% chance to pull him. So in today's video, we are going to do a full hero review on him and see if he is worth leveling up. Real quick before we get started, if you do enjoy this video or find it helpful, hit that like button, make sure you're subscribed to my channel, and turn that notification bell on so you can be alerted of when I drop new content. All right, so we are going to take a look at his base stats first. You can see that he has 1151 attack, 1079 shield, and 1823 health. He is fast mana speed, and for his special, he is going to steal minions from the target, deals 490% damage to the target. The target and nearby enemies get minus 45% accuracy for 4 turns, and then he has an elemental link that gives all dark allies plus 30% defense against special skills for 4 turns. This effect cannot be dispelled. I do wish that he had the ability to steal mega minions, but based on the description of this special, it looks like he only can steal minions. And then for his rogue class, he is going to have the ability to potentially evade special skills coming in if you have all of the emblems added to him. And of course, the 2025 family bonus has not yet been added into the game. That will not get added until January 1st of 2026. And then for his passives, he has 2. The first is resist negative minion effects. This character has innate resistance against incoming negative effects and damage from minions. And the other passive is going to be health from dead minion. This character recovers 100 health when a minion owned by them is destroyed. So the passives here, honestly, really not a huge fan of it. Obviously, this first one can definitely be effective if you're going up against mega minion heroes, but if you are not, then he's really not going to be useful as far as the passives go. Even that second passive, you would think that a passive like that would be if he already had minions. I know that he is able to steal minions, but that's dependent on the type of heroes that you're going up against. I know that he's a hero of the month and the specials and passives for those heroes are not as good as the newer heroes that are coming out, but I feel like that this hero should be a hit 3 hitter and maybe stealing minions and dispersing them amongst your allies, dealing like 350% damage to 3 instead of the 490% to 1. The third part hits 3, but the first 2 parts only hit 1. He is fast mana speed, so that's good, but he's a rogue class, which means you're not going to be able to use a legendary troop on him and get him down to 7 tiles because you need at least 15% mana in order for that to happen. So you would have to have a bard or some other way of getting some extra mana generation increase for him in order to get him down to 7 tiles. Because the legendary troop is only going to give you 11% mana, the talent node from the rogue class only gives you 2% mana, and you need 15% mana generation to get to 7 tiles for fast mana speed heroes. So that's unfortunate. Obviously, he's got a decent snipe at 490%, and if we take a look at his max preview stats, so these stats are shown with double limit break and emblems and masterclass emblems, and I've mentioned this in videos in the past, but the stats that you see here are as if you were to have followed the talent path all the way to the left. That's going to include the attack masterclass nodes as well on the bottom. So he can get up to 1686 attack, 1405 shield, and 2558 health. If you wanted to get the attack a little bit higher, you probably could on the top part of the talent node with the regular emblems. Sometimes there's an attack node that gets missed in these max preview stats because of the fact that it's following the talent path all the way to the left. And I did just go check one of the rogues that I have on my roster, and that is indeed the case. There are actually 2 attack nodes that you could choose in addition to what is shown here. So that would give an extra 30 attack for Akilius. So he would have 1716 attack as the maximum possibility for attack. And because we have the max preview stats on now. Here we can see the talent that he gets for the rogue class, the Master Evade. He will have a plus 20% chance to dodge special skill damage. If damage was dodged, the following effects are also activated. This character deals 50% damage to the attacker. This is, again, if you have the 25 emblems on him, including the Master class emblems. And then his Ether Power is going to be Special Boost. At the start of each battle, this hero's special skill deals an additional plus 30% extra damage for 6 turns. In battles with multiple waves, the effect is refreshed at the beginning of each wave. So overall, Akilius, honestly, I do not think is a very good hero to level up. I feel like we've actually taken a little bit of a step backwards with the heroes of the month that have been coming out recently. The last one was pretty good with May. She was a hero that can add 150 growth for both attack and defense for all of your allies. In April, we had Clegg, who was a healer who was also able to cleanse 3 ailments from all allies. He also had one of the passives with the resist special skill blocking, which is very useful, especially with the meta with Ceres and the silencing that he does and being on a lot of defenses nowadays. Before Clegg, we had Eliani, who was pretty good as well, a decent damage dealer to all, fire damage to all, and dispelled buffs from all enemies. Before that was Mystia, which is a little bit of a niche hero. And before Misty, I think was Zed. I don't remember if he was in January or December, but I liked the way that Zed's special worked much better than Akilius. The way Zed's special worked is that he is a sniper that dealt 440% damage, and he gave minus 34% defense to the enemy and minus 34% healing to the enemy. And that only lasted for 2 turns, but it got refreshed if the enemy got hit with special skill damage from one of your heroes. So if you were able to time your specials every other turn, then it basically made it so that that enemy got minus 34% defense and healing until you ran out of specials. Zed wasn't a great hero, but I would still consider him better than Akilius with the way that Akilius' special works. The stealing minions from a single target is just a little too specific for me, especially because it only affects him. So if you are a free-to-play player or somebody who doesn't do a lot of pulls and doesn't have a lot of legendary heroes and you pull Akilius, then obviously that's a decision that you are going to have to make to see if he is worth leveling up for you. But I would say for the majority of the Empires and Puzzles community, Akilius is probably going to be a hero that is a pass as far as leveling up for this Hero of the Month program. I know for me, whatever I pull for Akilius will definitely be soul exchange food for the next soul exchange event that comes out in probably August. We just had a soul exchange event in May, so I would expect the next one will likely be in August. As far as where you could use him, honestly, the best place for him to be used is probably for cleans. If you are a free-to-play player or a lower level player in your alliance, I always recommend snipers for people who primarily do cleans, because if you're doing cleans, you're not going to get the full benefit of heroes that are attack all hitters, or even heroes that are attack 3 hitters, because more than likely the tank is already going to be taken out if you are a cleaner. So you're better off using fast speed heroes that are snipers that have a higher percentage of damage to be able to try to successfully take out those cleans. Let me know what you all think of this new June Hero of the Month Akilius, but that is going to do it for today's video. I hope you did enjoy it or found it helpful, and if you did, hit that like button, make sure you're subbed to my channel, and I'll catch you guys next time.